Airborne in, looking at the ground, as you do.
Welcome to the world.
Really quickly get on 100.1 and say 1-3 Charlie, radio check, okay, over.
Yeah, okay.
Too late.
Too late. It's been closed down.
Too late, it's been closed down.
Late. It's too late.
Too late
Cool.
to apologize.
Well, I was having a shit, so is what it is.
You have to go in shit corner.
Lewis, I'm down to 3 guys, so...
Why? Where's Blakeway?
Blakeway's over to family emergency, and Scrapper's not turned up as of yet.
Fail him.
So, yeah, at this moment, I can teach them, but actually
Feel
putting
free.
it into a...
Well, you can talk to Spittle or Gibbons. I'm sure one or the other will be more than happy to have you jump along until you get a few more bods turn up.
Coolio, I don't even know if I am going to get that extra bod at the moment, so I can wait, but yeah, I don't know.
Well, if you talk to Gibbons or Spittle, I'm sure they'll have no issues with you jumping in with them for a bit.
Cool, I'll see what's doing.
Any of them need quals?
I think Peach needs quals. Lundgren should have most of his anyway.
Oh, is it Lundgren? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you wanted to put Lundgren in a section and do quals with Peach.
I could do, yeah.
You'd be better off taking them both for it, because then Lundy might pick up a few things as well.
Yeah, true. My main thing that I was probably going to do was just go through the stuff with Lundgren and obviously get him prepped for 1/2 IC work. So that was what the formations were going to be, basically just informing him what to do. But yeah, as I've now had a big flop, yeah, it's just improvising.
Cool.
This will be interesting.
It's. I suppose it's up to you what you want to do,
So,
isn't it?
feel free to
It's your
get
section
cracking on.
tonight.
Spittle.
Underwood's
Say again?
lesson's going to be.
Feel free to start cracking on if you want.
Yeah, roger that. I'm just finishing off my briefing. I'm just going to give to the guys, and
Don't
then
really
I've got
know what to
everything
do,
written down
if
what
I'm
we're doing.
Cool. I'll drop by every now and again to see how you guys are doing.
It's probably not going to be a thing you can pop by because it's probably getting shot at all and very fastly moving. I'll give you a brief if you want to join in with it. When we do
I'll
it.
listen to it if I'm going to be part of it later.
Okay, cool. We're either going to be moving loose or we're in contact. That's what I mean.
Fair one. Well, me and Michaela are going to be testing out some Valens and shit. Booms. Yeah, so I'll jump between the sections later anyway.
If you want to
Oh, hey, cool.
Zeus yourself in as one of the hostages, you're more
Did you not hear it?
Okay.
Yeah, play role in. I'll have a Welsh in.
Oh, it's an Armate Apex thing.
Sounds good.
Reverberate. I heard him say the radio check and then I heard it echo.
Right, Underwood?
Hello.
Headphones as well.
Yeah, just crack on with your section. Feel free to roll in with the others or take them through quals. Icy's discretion in it.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't really know what I'm doing with them now. I probably could go through what I was going to teach them anyway, but I think both of them are quite confident and know what they're doing anyway. Obviously, Peach just passing his...
Never hurts going through it again.
Yeah, true. Fuck it, we'll see what happens. If not, I'll contact Spittle.
Who's on the other?
Roger.
Cool.
Connolly, say ooh.
Gibbons, yeah, again, same for you. Feel free to start.
Right. We have had a bit of a flop in the case that it's just us 3 at the moment.
Yeah, Blakeway has
Family emergencies, so I'm more than happy for him to disappear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so he's he's basically told me I've given him a pass on tonight, and he said he'll speak to me about it tomorrow, but that's neither here nor there.
Fair enough.
So that kind of throws a spanner in the works of what I was going to be doing tonight with us, because I was going to have at least 4 of us being able to, do a small assault on a small compound, but now it's going to be turning into 3. So what I'm thinking about doing is
joining another section.
Well, that's one of the things, either joining in on another section or just going through some qualifications with you guys. I know Lundgren, you've probably got most of the qualifications anyway.
I don't have the AT and grenade, I think.
AT is quite easy. It's literally everything you did in your AT, in your AIT, and grenade. We could go through grenades.
I've not done the Grenadier one either, so...
I don't think you've done most of them, have you, Peach?
I've done AT, CMT, and... What, one more? No, it was just them 2.
Okay.
The AR one as well, sorry.
Okay.
The
So
AR was pretty simple.
if that's the case, then what I might do is go through the basic stuff, so it keeps us up to scratch with what we're doing. So keeping an eye on remembering obviously what we were doing originally with the formations and things like that, maneuvers, everything like that. I'm pretty sure we're all quite up to date with it anyway, but it's good to just have a refresh and then do some quals with you guys because we can't really put it into action. I guess we could to some extent have a 3-man bound or leapfrog, which could be done quite easily.
I'm fine with calls. That's okay with me.
Yeah, quals is fine with me as well.
Cool. What I might do
more
then...
pretty badges on the forums.
Yeah, exactly. It also gives you a lot more roles to go into as well, should you need it later on. So yeah, we're going to go through that then. If that's the case, I'm going to ask Spittle if when we're done, depending on what we get timing we got left, if we can just jump in and obviously help him with what he needs. But we'll see what happens there. Yeah, if you want to just go grab yourself some extra ammo and bits like that, we'll see what happens.
I think we're already...
I'm pretty much full up.
Yeah, same.
Top notch. Then I will go and speak to Spittle and go from there. Give me a moment.
Yeah, might as well.
I'm going to sign on to 100.1.
I'll just assume, just give a radio check on it.
Hello, all stations. This is 1-3. Charlie, sign on to 100.1. Over.
1-0, radio check. Okay. Over.
1-3 Charlie, radio check. Okay. Out.
Yeah, like remember what I said in the thingy. Actually, I can't remember if I said it. I think I did. If you missed the radio check and you're giving a radio check, just do hello 10. This is 11 Charlie radio check over. That way, it's just me. If you do all stations, that means technically everyone should have to give you a radio check. Whereas, so if you just do, just as you would normally, just me.
Cool, that's fine. Lovely. What I'm going to do then for tonight is pretty much just do the exact same thing as what I was going to do anyway. So I was going to do formations, maneuvers, section, battle drills for Lundgren, and then I was going to be going into doing the quals. Depending on what I've got left at the end of the evening, I was probably going to jump in with Spittle or Gibbons, whatever they're doing.
You'd probably be better off going to Gibbons because Spittle will be in the month something.
Righty ho, I will. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, that's fine. I'll try and find him and get in contact with him or something.
I think he's at Braga at the moment.
Yeah, I did say to Pellizer if he had any spare pods, he's more than happy to throw them my way. But now that I'm not really doing anything with them, I think they'll just be knocking around for a bit. So,
fair one.
Yes.
You've got 3 bods if you need them.
Oh, okay.
You got them if you want.
Cool.
Hello, I'm a dog on it.
Cool. Who is it? Is it you three then?
Yeah. Gunnar might be joining as well.
Yeah, I was going to say, what happened to Italian, man?
Cool. So just so you guys are aware, I'm basically going to go over the basic stuff, formation, section maneuvers, battle drills, and then from there we'll just be going to do a couple of practice runs and then just do a small like camp assault or something like that, just to kind of put them into practice. So you get to fire the big boy gun, McFly.
Yes. I mean, we took guns which we thought you don't have in your section.
So
I took this one because it's the closest to a dog gun.
Yeah.
Well, basically AR and then 2 riflemen, 1 with a grenadier possibility. Because I'm pretty sure you don't have a grenadier in your section.
I've got DMR and CMT at the moment, and myself as a grenadier. So whatever really. McCarthy, you'll probably
Extra
be point man then. What you got grenadier, so you could probably go. I don't know, unless you want to swap to the big boy gun and do rear security for Charlie, and then McFly can do rear security for Bravo.
Bravo? What?
Delta even. Fucking.
Whoa, mate! I thought I was like, whoa, what have I missed?
Sure, I'll swap to a GPMG.
Yeah, go for it.
Sexy.
I need to get a bigger backpack though. No, I'm keeping my backpack.
I weigh 54 kilograms, so that's cool.
Big chunguses. Cool. Yeah, just if you haven't already, grab some stuff, and I'm just going to TP us over to the formations area, so you can sit on your phones or whatever while we go through that lot.
We will pretty much just be sitting on our phones doing nothing.
Top notch.
Chat and giggle.
Because we're more of assistants.
Cool, that's fine.
Unless you have
You're.
I'd rather not be taught how to do section battle drills. I teach them quite often.
Yeah,
I think
that's.
McCarthy should get put through it.
Yeah, McCarthy, you'll be the one that leads.
Yeah.
McCarthy, what are the 6 section battle drills? Go.
I'm eating right now.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna go and get some ammo if you guys want to jump on the or touch the butts of one of my guys. We'll go from there.
Can I touch your butt?
You can do if you want.
Okay, just one thing though, McCarthy, for future reference. Whenever someone asks you what a 6 section battle drills, I'm in flight. I don't need to read them off a paper.
Oh, damn, what come back?
Unless he's RCT, then he's fucked, because that's both of you.
You could do that. But my response is just, I'm on flight, I just need to read them off the paper.
You're an RTT, Paladin.
Yes, but I'm off the flight. As long as I give the information correct to the recruit, that is all right.
You can't give information out that you don't
Bruh,
understand.
HQ get all the BPs.
Oh, I understand the
the
information.
BPs.
I just can't explain it off my head.
Touch his butt.
I'm gonna teleport us somewhere and move the box.
Cool, McCarthy can join off one of you two.
Oh, what?
Be aware, guys, we have gained flight for the evening. If you can get them to jump onto 113 for me, we'll go from there. Oh, God. That'll do that.
McFly radio check on 113.
Heard.
Officer Pelly on radio check 113.
Radio check, okay.
Carthy radio check.
Radio check, okay.
Prepare for TP.
Ah!
Brace for impact. Oh no, they're gonna shoot us.
Decade.
Oh.
Hey, that guy's got a scrim helmet. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, why can't the infantry have scrims there?
We were apparently going through that, and we might actually have scrim helmets for infantry.
There we go.
Cool.
Well, tell them hurry up.
Yeah, I think it was IC's discretion or something like that. But
Spill.
yeah, nothing too fancy.
What is this?
This is our
I'll take
AIT
me out.
well, this is our BIT formations training area.
This is where all the POWs from campaign come.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
these
new and
these
improved,
are
I
all
guess.
POWs.
Eternally frozen for training purposes.
Cool.
Fate worse than death.
So Pelly, McCarthy, and McFly will already know all this shit anyway, and you two as well. But obviously, them guys are more than likely going to switch off because two of them teach it on a regular basis anyway. But basically, we're going to be going through all of the formations or the majority of the formations that we're going to be using as a section, and then obviously putting them into practice a little later. So, formation to my right is the single column, or the it's a column or a single file. This will basically be used whenever we're going from point A to point B. It's a traversing or a travel formation rather than an engagement formation. So we won't be expecting to take contact in this formation, or we'll be moving from point A to point B, obviously keeping each other within the distance that we need, 10 to 15 meters, which is the first circle on your shack tack, or the compass down the bottom. yeah, generally, if we ever get engaged like this will be then springboarded into the extended line or the skirmish line, but I'm going to call it the extended line because I'm not stupid. Obviously, turning it into the extended line would literally just be all of us getting into that formation from there. Last man of Delta will obviously have the longest run, but at the same time, because he's got the AR, he doesn't need to be accurate in the first place anyway. Cool. That is the single file. Moving on to our next formation that we use whenever we are in whenever we're doing formations, it will be the one on my left, which is the extended line. So this is a base formation. That is our bread and butter. We use this whenever we get into engagements. We will always be having everyone facing that same direction towards the enemy rather than fucking all over the place. The guys on the far left and the far right are going to be your ARs. These are going to be the guys that if anyone tries to flank around the section, we then have the firepower to then be able to make them change their mind or kill them. As you can see, the 1 and 2 I see are the third men from the ends, so it will be their point men in the centre and everyone else will fall around them from there. So if I was to say, for instance, in Charlie left, Delta right, this is the exact formation I'd want. So I would be obviously this guy in front of me here. I'm not going to push some buttons because I go on command net, but yeah, I'll be the guy on the far right, 3 men in, and Lundgren would be the guy on the left, 3 men in. Yeah, and then everyone falls in from there. Then we go into our lovely staggered column. We have done this multiple times already, but staggered columns are generally used whenever we're on the roads or walking through urban environments. This will be on a left-right basis with, again, your whole distancing of the bloody shack tack down the bottom. This is, again, so if we take contact on the left or the right, the opposite side can then slot nicely into the formation. So, for instance, let's say I'm on the right side, we take fire on the left, I can then quite easily slot myself in the centre here and then get fire out with the rest of the section in an extended line. Oh, shit, I'm stuck on a walk. There we go. Yeah, generally you'll have Charlie up front, Delta behind. Charlie's point man will be at the front, and then AR Delta will be at the back. Lovely, nice and easy. Let's move on to the next one. I'm not very often going to be using this formation, mainly because we don't have enough people at the moment, but this is an echelon. No, it's not. It's an arrowhead or a wedge. So this is mainly used whenever we're going through fields or, traversing through open ground, basically. The point man will always be it would either be Charlie's point man or Delta's point man, obviously depending on who's called out at that time, and then the 2 sections or the fire teams would slot on either the left or right side. So in this case, for some reason,
it's Charlie, I think.
Yeah, Charlie is the point man on this one, with Charlie's fire team on the right side, while Delta's fire team is on the left side. So yeah, keeping everything on a kind of 45 to 90 degree angle, kind of covered from there. Coolio.
So, a question?
Yeah, go for it.
So it's both arrowhead and wedge like accepted terms or names.
So they are literally the exact same thing.
Yeah, I mean it's called an echelon, but is it also okay
no?
So
the echelon is actually 2 down, 3 down from here.
Oh, I thought you said echelon.
Yeah, I brain farted. But yeah, echelon's a little bit later on. Yeah, so it's either an arrowhead or a wedge. It'll probably more than likely be called an arrowhead, though, as I think wedge is the American term for it. But both are correct.
Roger.
Yeah, the next one is basically the exact same, just a lot more tighter formation. So you can either have the loose formation, which that one is, which is a wider arrow, or you can have everyone here on the left of me as a tighter formation. I don't really know what the difference is between them. I don't use them, and I probably will only be using the wider formation anyway. But there may be a point where I learn to use this one. Actually, McFly, in your days of 1IC, did you ever use a tighter formation for this?
I think we were just a tactical blob when I was IC. So.
Okay, I'll ignore any things that you say then.
Yeah.
I mean, sorry.
Go for it.
Oh, yeah, my initial reflection is that it's gonna be hard to tell the difference between these two in the field, like in actual practice.
It would just be a call out from either myself or you. It would just be...
No, I mean, like, you wouldn't be able to maintain the exact positions.
Oh no, the positions are going to be all over the place. Like, some people have to obviously traverse around trees and rocks and things like that.
Exactly. So I mean, the difference between these is of sort of academical interest mostly.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, as I said, when it comes to tight or loose formations, it's either going to be one or the other, and it's just going to be called out at the time.
Right.
So yeah, that is pretty much that. My next formation, this is the one that I enjoy the most, is called a half tack. So half tack is a formation that is expecting contact from the front or the left or right. In this case, it will be half tack left, which then means that Charlie Fire Team will be in a extended line at the front, and Delta will be either on the left or right. In this case, left. So it will be half tack left, and Delta will just be following on in a single file or column form behind them. And yeah, this is to make sure that if we do take contact on that left side, then all of Charlie Fire Team can then just pivot around their far left guy into that extended line, and vice versa for Delta to move into the extended line on that left side. Easy. Yeah, this could be used generally in a wide array of environments. This could be used both out in the field if you're expecting contact on the left or right, or in a forest, but you'll more than likely be finding this being used in a forest, and the arrowhead being used in a field or something like that. Coolio. Moving on to the next one, which is the echelon. Now, I will never or very, very rarely be using this formation, as I think it's not really any tactical advantage to it, because you've got your left flank all quite wide open. The only guy that's really going to be aiming left is that AR at the front. So I think this is a relatively terrible idea to have this formation used.
You just do an extended line, but walking diagonally rather than...
Yeah, but
echelon.
again, it's, let's say for instance the contact's over here,
yeah,
where I am, it's the exact same issue as a contact in a column. You're just going to have that one guy fire down the line and quite easily hit quite a lot of people. So I don't particularly think this formation is good, especially if obviously you've got contacts on the left. But that's down to, again, that'll be down to myself if we did use this when pushing up to somewhere. But I don't think I'll ever be using this formation personally. Lundgren might like it though, so who knows? Lundgren might enforce it.
Who knows? I mean, I'm sure there are certain unique situations that could call for a formation like this, but I couldn't think of one right now.
Yeah, there probably is a couple, but as you said, yeah, there's not really the ones that you can think of at this point. Cool. Then we move nicely into the ARD. So everyone's already known what an ARD is. ARD is basically just getting your men in all angles of defence, or in this case, all round defence. So the ARD is having eyes in each location. We won't be able to effectively pull this off with the amount of people that we have in section, but again, later on, we'll easily be able to pull this off on our own. This formation is generally used whenever we go through a compound and clear out the opposite side. So, as I was talking to Lundgren, I believe, last operation, if we was to be tasked to push into a compound, clear it out, we'd then go past the compound and pull this formation on the opposite side of that compound to make sure that, one, we're secure, and two, we're not in that compound should IEDs go off afterwards. During this, don't expect me to be in the ARD, but I will start off in the ARD and move off afterwards. In this case, let's say the guy in the centre is myself. Lundgren would then position everyone in the ARD with good eyes and obviously that good circle happening as well. So yeah, he'll be the guy that looks after the section when the ARD is called.
Right. Yeah. I will, however, be in the ARD. Right.
Yeah. So you'll make sure everyone's in a position.
Yeah.
And then once you're happy with everyone in a position, you'll then go and slot yourself in wherever your fire team is.
Yeah.
This can also be done with platoon base. So again, during the what was it? The CQB that we did, we were taking a specific arc, and then everyone was kind of working around us. So again, we can take that specific arc. Say the guy that's close to us would take all that 90 degrees ahead of us, and then everyone else would slot around us from there. Yeah, that's your ARD. Moving nicely into a semi-ARD. So semi-ARD is literally the exact same thing, but it's a fire team on one side. So you'll have you'll have a section on one side, section on the other side, and who even knows, you might even have us somewhere else or 1-1 somewhere else while we're performing a platoon ARD. Both ARDs can be used when dismounting from a helicopter or anything like that. So yeah, you can slot it in an ARD literally anywhere for as long as we're holding in that position. An ARD would generally be called off to obviously keep all arcs covered. Again, one thing I will say, which both of you being more veteran members of the unit, or the section should I say, whenever you've got an arc, try to always stay on your arc unless specified to do something else. So Lundgren, if you see, say for instance, I'm obviously over here on this right side, you're over here, and you see one of your guys looking around and doing something else like over there, not paying attention to his arc, I want you to grill them and get them to look at their arc. They are there to defend that arc. If someone comes in on that side and they're not shooting at them or even informing myself or you, that's when I want to know, because then they get a shouting at. But yeah,
Grilling will happen.
That's both ARD and semi-ARD. Obviously, I want everyone's arcs covered at all times from 1-3. When it comes to 1-2 and 1-1, just inform me or them and tell them to pull their thumb out of their ass. But yeah, cool. That is formations that we are going to be using. We'll go into a little bit of an exercise with them later on. Do a quick one with regards to manoeuvres. So again, we've done manoeuvres quite nicely, but I think this is something that Pelly has not seen yet, so I want to show it off because RTT.
Yeah, I've seen this too.
I haven't though, so you can show it off.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Pelly's seen it, and Peach, Lundgren, and McFly have not seen it either. So
yeah,
it's all spicy. So
RTT spoiled. I haven't seen it.
He's not seen it on.
unit.
He's not seen it on this. On this new sixth.
He's
but
forgotten
seen it on the old. old
I
sixth.
forgot about a lot of sheet.
Cool. So bounding. Bounding is done to get yourself into a location closer to the enemy, or getting yourself into a location at a secure speed, not over pushing it and not overdoing it, and making yourself easy targets. So the way this would work is you'd start off, everyone would be engaging the contacts by laying down. Imagine all them guys at the end there are laying down. They'd all be engaging. You'd then have the IC shout out section, prepare to bound. In this case, it'll be Charlie that then bounds up. Once Charlie bounds up, they get down, and the IC will shout out Charlie set. Delta will then be informed to move up and get into the same position as Charlie and say Delta set. Then Charlie moves up, and then when they get down, Delta will then come up in the exact same fashion as how it was originally called out. Delta up, Delta down.
Oh, that one's called Walker. Sad face.
Gone but not forgotten. So yeah, during this entire movement, you should always have in the back of your mind, I'm up, they see me, I'm down. As soon as you have finished that, that's when you want to be getting on the floor. Any longer than this, and you've got a higher chance of being shot and killed or wounded. So yeah, try to keep it nice and brief. Generally, the distance you'll more than likely be covering is about 5 to 10 meters at a push 15. But yeah, always keep that I'm up, they see me, I'm down kind of phrase going through your head when doing this maneuver. Which then moves on nicely to the leapfrog. I nearly forgot what it was then. So leapfrog is the exact same fucking thing, but it's jumping over the top of whoever it is that has originally moved. So again, you have section prepared to leapfrog, Charlie move. Charlie would then have in their back of the head, I'm up, they see me, I'm down, they then get down. Charlie set, Delta move. Delta would then move, and when they're passing by, they would then again refresh that thought, I'm up, they see me, I'm down. Once they're then there, to get yourself back into that extended line, you'd then have Charlie bring themselves up into line with Delta and making sure that you are ready for your next maneuver or call. So always finish a leapfrog with a bound to get yourself back into the extended line. The leapfrog is mainly used when you're trying to get yourself into a location quicker than, well, a bound, really. It's bigger jumps, getting yourself into the area to then clear out whatever you're being shot at by. While the fire team that is not moving is on the ground, obviously they want to be putting out some suppressive fire. So putting some rounds down range towards the enemy location to suppress them, rather than vice versa, and our guys not being able to move. So always be firing when the opposite fire team is in this maneuver, and when you are firing, it'll be 1 round every 7 seconds. So what is known as a deliberate fire. Cool. Nice. Moving on to the final formation, maneuver that we will use as well in operations will be the Peel. So, peeling formation is a formation that is used to get yourself from a terrible bit of cover to a more viable bit of cover. So, let's say, for instance, we're stuck in the middle of a fucking field and we need to get ourselves out of that field and into a more viable piece of cover, like a forest or walls. You would have the peel formation, or the peel maneuver, should I say. Peeling is done quite nicely. You'll have the IC call out over the net that he wants you to peel either left or right. In this case, I'm going to say peel right. I would then inform the section to start moving. So begin peel. What would then happen is that guy on the far left would get up. As he's passing by each and every single one of the members, he would say peeling. The best way to put this is when the person is moving, passes by you and reaches the next person, that is when you want to be moving. So you've always got 3 to 4 people moving at one time, and the other 4 people who are not moving will always be putting suppressive fire out. So the people who are moving do not get suppressed. So again, they'll just be going peeling, 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 all the way down the fucking line until your ears bleed at the very end of it. And that is that. Once the formation's then finished, you would then have the final person, whenever you lay down on the opposite end, you would then have your name and set, and then as soon as the last person's set, that allows the section IC to then decide what he wants to do next after that. So it could be then turned into a bound, who knows. That's the spiciness of it. Cool. Any questions on any of them?
Nope. Nay, lad.
Lovely. Cool. So, one thing that Lundgren will have different from what's happening now to what happened in his BIT, and I believe you as well, Peach, is fire control. So,
right.
Fire control, the fire rates of a fire control, we've now got 3 instead of 4. Yeah. So, we have got rapid fire, deliberate fire, and watch and shoot.
Yeah, I literally just looked at my notes for that.
Yeah, so the one that you will have missing is suppressive fire.
Exactly.
Which was originally 1 round every 3 seconds. So we've scrapped that one altogether. Don't remember it. Get rid of it. It's no longer needed. It's either fully automatic, 1 round every 7 seconds, or don't fire unless you can confirm it's an enemy. So deliberate fire is now our kind of main rate of fire whenever maneuvers are being conducted within a firefight.
Right, so at all times except the initial contact.
Yeah, so rapid fire will be used
Well, actually
when
not
we...
at all times, but I get...
Yeah, so during maneuvers, it would always be 1 round every 7 seconds, or a deliberate fire. So it's a prolonged engagement, but at the same time, there's enough rounds from 4 people going out that it's gonna, shit the enemy up while our guys are moving. Obviously, it's armor, so don't expect it to do much when it comes to actually being fucking shot by it. But that's neither here nor there. So yeah, rapid fire again is used whenever you're doing building clearing and you are engaging in an ambush, or you are the first ones to be engaging in an ambush, should I say. And generally, if you get fucking panicked and there's a guy danger close to you, you're more than welcome to fucking pull that trigger as quick as you can to get that guy down as well. So yeah. What's up?
Have they changed rapid fire from 1 round every second to just as fast as you can shoot?
No, it's still 1 per second.
It's meant to be 1 per second, but to be honest with you, I would rather that guy be dead than me. So if it means you put in a couple more rounds downrange quicker, then yeah, go for it. But obviously when it comes to an ambush or something like that, just flick your gun to fully automatic, and it's quite accurate anyway, and that's all you really want.
Fair enough.
Lovely.
I have an auto clicker, don't worry.
Now that gun can fire pretty quickly.
Yeah, but it's only got 20 rounds, so it fires quickly, but not for long.
No, well, that's enough to kill 1 Chinese guy. I learned that in the last campaign.
20 rounds.
Yeah, it's enough to kill 1 guy.
Well, they're pretty hardy.
We all learned.
Some of them were.
then. Well, we outnumber you, so this is now turning into my lesson.
Oof.
Just kidding.
Cool. That is pretty much everything I really want to go over with you all.
Fuck's sake, 1, 2, 3.
I don't want to know.
Alright, I wasn't previous.
Question, Underwood?
Go for it.
Is that award at 100.3?
No. So section is 113.
113. Okay.
And flight is still staying on their net as well, just in case we want to banter behind their backs.
Yeah, so you can trash talk us.
I have 2 radios now. Fuck.
Oh yeah, just drop your other one. Fuck it. Who cares? It's in your clothing.
Whenever they want us to stop throwing them on the ground, they'll remove them.
Hold for a second. Your call is important to us. Fucking 4
frick.
Cool. I'm gonna go find out where the hell the other guys are, and then not go near them. So give me a second while I find out where the hell Spittle is. Okay, so Spittle's over there. And where is
2 GPMGs?
Gibbons?
Glad I missed something very important.
How many rounds do you have in flight?
I've got 200 box mag in here.
And I should have done that. I should put 200 box on it.
I have additional ones, McFly, if you need it.
Okay,
so I've got 900 rounds.
Okay, so then
I want to be the mule tonight. I'm the mule.
Jesus, 900 rounds.
Hold on, give me a second.
Of 762.
That's as much as you can carry with the ammo.
It's just under a quarter of what my minigun dumps out.
Yeah, well, you don't have to run with your minigun, do you?
Very true.
No, he's got 2 miniguns.
Well, yeah, true. I like to try and stick to one though. But neither has a Zagan switch.
The GPMG jams quite a lot, I think, actually.
Oh god, I don't think I've used it since Spill introduced that jamming mod. So
I've used it a couple of times and it's jammed both times.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, you have to be careful with the unloading as well, because you lose all the ammunition, I think.
Oh, not my 200 round box back.
Yeah, so you fire like 20 rounds and then lose the rest.
I'm gonna just take maybe a grenade or 2 now because I found some extra space.
Do vehicle mounted weapons, do they jam?
I don't believe so.
No.
Or luxury?
Mm-hmm.
Does any of the flight boys know if what Michael and that are doing?
Something EOD related.
Yeah.
I think that's what the explosions were.
I think they're testing out.
Cool, that makes sense
They're
then.
taking my job, man.
Pew! I can get in touch with it.
No, I was just trying to see where they were, but I found them anyway. So, I think to be honest with you, it'd just be easier for us to walk down by Chukia. So, fuck it.
Let's be immersive and drive there in the mountain truck.
Oh yes, am I in Charlie or Delta?
What we got?
The IC decide.
Yeah, that's why I was asking.
We have to consider that now we have 2 of these GPMGs.
Oh, actually.
I only have 800 rounds. McFly.
So what we got?
We'll still put one in Charlie, right?
But I have grenades.
I guess
me,
I'll
then...
give you 2 and 2, I suppose, because I have 4 extra.
I mean, if we get through 900 rounds, I'll be very impressed.
Yeah.
So you will go as Delta for me, please, Ancona. I'm trying to think what Delta is currently set up as.
Wait, blue is Delta, yeah? Just making sure nothing's changed for you. Okay.
It's like this.
Yeah. So Lundgren's actually going to be the 2IC for it, but he's going to be 3rd in line. So you're going to be sitting.
Oh yeah, boss man.
I'm also the CMT.
He is. He is indeed
really
2IC and CMT. So you'll be taking.
Yeah, take good care of me.
We will.
Does he not have a radio back? Oh, no radio backpack.
No, he does not. But at the moment, he doesn't particularly need one anyway. So yeah, just take. What are we? 5th in. I don't know. Just go behind. I don't even know who is Peach. Go behind Peach.
The ARs are 25% of the section's firepower.
Right, I'm gonna just chuck us over in a random fucking field.
Is that it? Yeah, that should be it.
Yeah, and then the AR in the back.
Apparently, I can't don my helmet because my inventory is full.
Okay, so I'm not going over.
No, you can don it.
Said I couldn't.
Oh yeah, if your inventory is full, that.
Yeah, you can put your.
Good point.
Fuck's sake.
That's a really good point. I don't have space.
Right, teleporting us now. Treat it as a D-bus from a helicopter. We'll have Charlie North, Delta South.
Roger that.
Was that?
Yes.
God damn it.
Roger.
That's unfortunate.
We'll flag it in southeast.
Currently northeast.
Kona south.
Probably northwest. Peach southwest.
And Underwood North. That's going to get annoying. Fucking forgotten where we put us.
Yeah, I'm taking northeast.
2, 1, 8, 3, 1. Oh, cool. If you look at the map on the side, the group channel, I have put a black line. We're going to follow that black line and then do a stagger column on the road. So, McCarthy, if you want to lead us out.
Yeah, I'm on the move.
Don't worry about hard hats at the moment. You can keep your soft hats on if you want. I'm not going to be doing anything major.
My immersion.
Good, because I accidentally dropped mine when I was in Arsenal.
That's unfortunate when we start getting shot at.
Did you drop your hard hat?
Yep, somehow.
I also only have 3 mags after I deal with the arsenal.
That's fine. This is all going to be just test related anyway. And then before we start getting into the shooty bang bang stuff, I'll let everyone do Arsenal rearms.
I'm disappointed with my pilots.
I've been a good boy.
No, McFly's fine.
McFly, have you loaded a mag in?
Yeah, I got 200 on box mag, boy.
God damn it, I was trying to take you down with me.
I'm pretty sure it's a belt fed, not box mag, on the GPMG.
Box with a belt in it, you know.
Semantics.
Oh dear.
Fucking Aristotle.
Look at this spacing in Charlie, perfection.
I know. Well, we're spacing in all of it, to be honest with you. Although, we do have...
Bro, this brings me back. Oh.
It's a little bit close in Delta, but it's still within the limits.
I'm still happy with how it is. Lundgren, what's spacing like in Delta?
It could be a bit better.
Oof.
Make it 1 shack tag ring.
Oof.
Gonna push up in this road and form stagger column, and I'll hold.
Roger that.
I'm doing infantry, and I'm gonna light up my SIG.
My IC!
Last one, Delta, let me know when you're on the road.
Leaving smoke trails like an airliner.
Fucking vaping trails.
Delta last man on the road.
On the move.
When it comes to doing the formations and things like that, still get some fire out. You may not be shooting at anything, but it just proves to me that you all know what you're doing.
Pew pew.
No, we don't have laser guns.
Not yet.
Contact left.
What's the bearing? And range?
East, northeast. Range whatever you want.
Right, Delta rapid fire. East, northeast.
Right, section, we're going to turn this into a bound down to the wall in front of Charlie. Charlie's moving first. Charlie on your feet. Charlie move.
Right, Delta, bring it down to deliberate fire.
Charlie down.
Once every 7 rounds. Delta, go. Delta down.
Oof. Charlie on the move. Charlie down. Delta move.
Delta, go. Delta down.
Right, let's turn this into a leapfrog. Charlie move. Charlie down.
Delta, move.
Keep pushing further out left a little bit. We're getting back shot there.
A little bit more spacing, move to the left, Delta. And down. Push it out a bit to the left, Delta.
Got a rabbit bouncing up to me. Charlie,
Right.
move.
Pushing a bit right.
Right. Got it down.
Delta, move.
Mag.
Delta down.
Charlie, move.
Somebody clicked.
Charlie down. Delta, bring this in line.
Delta, bound up to Charlie. Delta down.
You're all square, Lundy. You need to push left.
Delta, push left.
Keep firing.
Are we aggressive peeling?
And left a little bit more.
Very nice. Very nice. Ceasefire. Cool. I'm happy with that.
I thought you were peeling for us. I was like, what?
No, I was checking what Delta's like.
You had me worried, damn it.
Yeah. Cool. I'm pretty happy with that. We shall start heading our way back up to the road. We would do a half tack, Delta in lead and Charlie left side.
Right, form up on me.
Oh, we've just lost McCarthy.
McCarthy was lost ages ago.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, he disconnected halfway through.
Right, Delta extended line on me and spacing one shack tech circle.
Right, I'm going to put myself behind Peach. Should actually be on the right side because I know Peach is DMR, isn't he? Ooh. I'm learning. Feel free to
right,
move.
let's move it out.
Weapon lowered, Peach. Weapon lowered, Peach.
The hills are alive. Islands. Wait, I just realized I'm yelling.
Peach, weapon down.
Weapon down?
There you go.
But if I'm going to be shooting people, it needs to be up.
That's if you're expecting contact.
Oh, I'm always expecting contact. I'm always on edge.
The Apache is looking out for you. Maybe not right now, but
yeah, most of its occupants are actually with us, so that's a bit fucky.
Also, Ancona, Amber on ammo.
Roger that. I will get us up to the road, TPE in McCarthy, and I'll let you guys bring in a box because I haven't a fucking clue what you guys are doing with your ammo. Plus, I see shit. I don't have a clue what I'm doing in general.
Don't worry. The thing is, Ancona went into Arsenal and forgot to take more ammo.
Oh, fantastic.
Delta, space it out a bit more to the right.
Fantastic. In actual fact, have we got... we do have... Ooh.
What?
I'm going to do something. Hold on.
Ooh.
Yeah, just at the top of the road.
You want Delta in front?
Not for the time being. We're just going to ammo up and stuff like that now. So, if someone could do a ammo box for me, and I'll get McCarthy over here.
Be right.
Cool.
With someone, do you mean me? Because I don't know how you do that.
McFly or an Ancona, do you have Zeus in the slots you're in?
I'm doing the Zeus.
Oh, never mind. Petty's already on it. There is McCarthy.
I know Uncle I might need some medicals.
Boo. Oh, he's...
1 second. I'll give him an arsenal.
I
McCarthy.
just need some magazines.
Yes. Join group number 1. I'll take care of you.
Roger.
Treat you like baby.
Peace.
Excellent.
McCarthy behind me. Gear up.
More tracers, more fun.
Supplies, I think. Good on bandages, but I'll take a few more.
Hope you saved your loadout.
Nope.
This guy.
I'm a BS1, so I shouldn't take very long.
Okay.
Yeah, all you need is a bloody
gun.
a rifle of some sort. Yeah.
Gaggle fuck at the moment.
If you want, you can take a shotgun, McCarthy, but that's entirely up to you.
Tactical gaggle fuck.
I know what I want to do.
Set up in a staggered.
Drop us on the ground
Underwood, these people are getting killed.
That's alright, they're not part of my section. It's not my problem.
Yeah, we killed the invisible contacts, they didn't stand a chance.
We are the Ghostbuster Division.
It's the last time the Ghost Nation will declare war on us.
I tell you, those commie boys will never hunt us again.
I saw skeletons over there, man.
They're just the corpses of old 1-1.
McFly, did you make that mess in front of the crate? All that bullet casing on the ground?
Maybe? I don't know how I made that mess.
It happens, it's a 1 in 10 men.
It's because you eat belts of ammo and shit loose casings.
Interesting way to put it.
Police that brass!
Straight up warning for you, you may get shot.
For fuck's sake.
The contact will be on the right side in a building. Feel free to engage him first. It's just the idea of killing. It's just the idea of getting through to Delta to give suppressive or cover. And actually, in fact, I want to fucking bring it up.
Every time I put my helmet in my backpack, it drops it.
That's probably because you're using a bag that doesn't support a helmet going on a sling on it.
Off station 1 minute.
Roger that. I'm actually going to change where the location is. It's going to go right side instead. Left side, should I say. Do it here. Let's do it over there. Where are we? We're there. What's that like?
Radio check 113.
Radio check, okay.
Back on station.
Right. Just so you are aware, there is a... Oh, hold on. just ahead of us, there is a couple of buildings. 155. There's a ruined building.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It's fine.
Cool.
Just
hold on.
Because it'll be good for me to not know where it is.
Separating ourselves from 1-3.
Cool.
I'll get myself another one.
I'm trying to think how to do this. I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Take the helmet. Take the scrim one. Yes.
Everyone ready?
I was down ready.
Pretty much ready.
Coolio. So in the case of mainly Peach and Lundgren, when we are in a staggered column and we need to hold for longer than a couple of seconds, you'd push yourself off of the road a little bit, just to make sure you're out further than the road, and again, no traffic can hit you.
Roger that.
Cool. If everyone is ready, McCarthy, feel free to lead us out.
I smell Daesh.
One on the move.
Last man on the move.
I kind of hope this works how I planned it to work.
We all hope so.
I don't like that I can smell Daesh.
Why can you smell Daesh?
Well, I have C-tab.
What does he smell like? Does he smell like pork scratchings and like beer? Or does he smell like a freshly leathered car?
He smells more like student sweat. And
He smells like car.
I don't want to know what new student sweat smells like.
Car air freshener and student sweat. I'm gonna die first.
You know, being on the ground really changes your perspective.
Doesn't it just? Eyes on that ruined building to the left.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the building that changed my perspective.
Roger that.
That's deep, bro.
Contact left side.
Contact left.
McCarthy out.
Delta, keep suppressive fire on that building. Charlie, we're going to move in and breach building. Charlie on the move. Weapons raised. McCarthy, if you need to, stay there and give suppressive fire from in. Pelly moving in.
Okay. Behind you.
Oh, fuck. Dead man's clear.
Shift fire to the top.
Shift fire left.
Up, I mean.
Right,
Shift fire
breaching.
left.
3, 2, 1. Breaching left.
Right.
Contact down.
Right.
Moving into the second half. Clear.
Alright,
Fire on the left of the building.
I'll move over. McCarthy. Probably better off there, mate, personally.
Watch and shoot, watch and shoot.
Right, moving in. 3, 2, 1. Bridge on left.
Turn right.
Building clear.
Right.
And, right.
I'm gonna walk. Okay. My guy just keeps walking.
Yeah, mine does that as well. McCarthy, move yourself over. I'm going to do this as a fucking push through to the opposite side. It's meant to be done a different way, but fuck it. Charlie pushing through to the north, the eastern side, and when we're there, Delta, if you want to push up and we're going to set up an ARD on the eastern side of this compound. Charlie will go left.
Be advised, I'm clear to...
Roger that. Right, let's move up through proven route. Remember, we have to go through proven route.
McCarthy patch myself.
Roger that.
Vehicle south on the road. Tractor moving to the north.
Yeah, seen. It's just a civilian.
For now.
Charlie just pushed us
I
out.
have magically hit.
Do you want Delta?
Delta right side. We're going to push this out an extra 50 meters or so.
Roger that. Delta taking south side. Yeah, Delta, semi-ARD to the south.
Kind of watching southeast.
Beach watching east.
McFly watching south.
Pause north.
Parthy northeast.
Daesh fucking loves his civilian interactions, doesn't he? Lundgren, if you want to run around and just check the ARD for me.
Okay, yeah, roger that. Okay, we have an ARD now.
Lovely. Cool. Let's start heading ourselves back over to the road. In actual fact, we will use an arrowhead to get back over there. So McCarthy, if you want to take the point, Delta will be on the left side and Charlie will be on the right side.
What direction do you want to go?
Heading back over to the road, so west.
Right, form up with Charlie.
Could have went southwest, but I guess it goes back.
Fuck it, we'll go southwest then. Nobody else has heard it yet, just us. And everyone...
Southwest is harder terrain, good for training purposes.
Yeah, let's do that then.
What's that?
Nothing.
Nothing. Oh.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah, Delta's left side. So you would have,
great.
in this
I have
case...
to go over a rock.
Yep. So Lundgren, in this case, you'd have your point man between you and McCarthy, and then it'll be everyone else after you.
Actually, I don't think so. I think
Yeah, so because your point man would be the second part of the arrow,
yeah,
you would he would be in line with me, and then you'd be in line with my third man, and then everyone would be in line with you afterwards. So, yeah, that's the way it would be. It's just because Charlie's down one member, so I'm not particularly fast, but...
Right, we're set.
Cool.
On the move. Moving coming southwest.
Right, mind the spacing, lads.
You hate Arrowhead. Enjoy Arrowhead through rocks, my friend. Oh, Pellets, push yourself to the right a bit more. Enjoy the rocks, my friend.
I'm doing pretty well.
Right, Delta, move it up a bit, and also to the left.
Fucking thread the needle. Oh,
I'm doing well.
Mikhail found a mine.
You can sprint, the guys behind me.
Form back up on the road, facing south.
Oh, roger that.
Look at that. Rocks, houses, blah.
Easy.
Right, Delta, form up staggered column behind Charlie. Peaches, Point Man, and Kona behind him, and then me. Delta set.
Charlie moving, southeast at a jog.
Last man on the move.
Push past me.
Couple of buildings up ahead.
Roger. Move into your position.
No, push past.
Oh, okay.
Right, everybody, heads on a swivel. Just make sure you're not. Well, make sure you're looking everywhere. A suspicious trash pile to the right side of the road, so move to the left side of the road.
It's just trash.
Can confirm, just trash.
Roger that. Trash.
Underwood, do you want us to remake the formation to fill in your spot?
Yeah, just keep going as is. Lundgren, if you want to take the one IC slot for the time being and let the Delta guys move up, I'm just going to quickly do some Zeusing things and then either join you or see how it goes.
Roger. Underwood, do you want us to take off?
Yep, move when you're ready.
Moving. A jog.
Last man on the move.
Okay, eyes on a swivel.
منتظر دستورم.
Delta, mind your spacing.
Let's be advised, there's a Sebi on the left side of the column now.
Kill him now!
Eyes on.
Alright, don't engage him. Yeah, but do be mindful of everything around you. Wait, I don't like this compound.
Section hold. Advising a bunker system. 400 meters out, bearing 206 to the southwest, 1 times Armed Division in it as well. You see the edge of the hut? It's bearing 206.
I don't have
the corner of it.
I don't have fucking binoculars. 400 meters out, edge of the hut.
Yeah. Just, you see those walls? Front? The little walls at our front, at the edge, towards the side of the road. If you look up, you'll see the corner of the thing there.
I don't see it, damn it.
You'll see the road, there's the small walls.
Play your ball.
Walls. Just above it, there's a thing.
Oh, it's a camera net, right? Right, scene. Okay.
Have some rangefinders. Ah, I can't put rangefinders in there. I'll drop one on the floor for you.
Yeah, did you hear that?
I did. Oh, shit.
I have a rangefinder if you need.
How the fuck did you get one?
DMR.
I'm a DMR.
There you go. Mine are on the floor.
You made boss man angry.
Mine are not on the floor. Fuck's sake.
I got a soul flare.
Mine are on the floor.
See him, that's why. I just kind of went.
I am the legit infantry dude with nothing but a weapon.
Yeah, they're up
Pleb.
there.
I got SATCOM, fuck's sake.
It's
Why
yeah,
did you bring a
I can see them
SATCOM?
now.
Cool. So,
I kind of forgot to drop it when I had to read
so what you want
it.
to do, this is a bit of training for you. So obviously you want to, now that you know about it, you want to then be able to engage that contact or that compound.
Right.
So what you want to probably do is more than likely bring your guys off to the left towards that building and then start assaulting from there. The idea is to keep stealth as a surprise, or stealth and then surprise them with rapid fire. So then you try and bring yourself into something like a half tack, heading off towards the southeast.
Right, you want me to take command of Charlie or Delta?
So I'm gonna Zeus and obviously give you a bit of a heads up as we're going along. So
right.
If you want to jump onto Radio Net 100 for your additional instead of 100.1, I'll give you some assistance as you're going through it.
So say again 100.
Exactly 100, yeah.
You're not 100.1.
Nope. So just come off of 100.1.
Just a second. Radio check 100.
Fantastic, cool. So yeah, if you want to head off in a an a half tack right off towards the south, and then
who's the boss of Delta?
So actually that is a good point.
Is it up to me or?
It would be a 2-ice, the next in line
no,
kind of thing. So it technically would be Blackway, but.
But the one who makes sense is Ancona, I think.
I don't know.
Because McFly is the big boom gun and Peach is the DMR.
Yeah. We'll do Peach. We'll see how Peach goes because obviously he's got to do 2-icy things. Should me and Blakeway go down?
Okay. So should I tell him now?
I'll tell him, and
Okay.
then we'll go from there.
Okay.
But yeah, obviously, plan an assault onto that compound, and obviously getting it cleared out is your main goal. So how you're going to do that with, obviously, maneuvers. So bounding, leapfrogs. Obviously, as at the moment you're in stealth, so you can use whatever you want to get closer to that place. Once you're there, you have the ability to then obviously engage how you see fit.
Yeah, absolutely. I got it. So, are you gonna tell him on net or?
Yep, I'll tell him now.
Okay.
Please don't tell me it's the person I'm thinking of.
Peach.
Well, it was basically when Hill was in charge of light at that point.
Then that means
Just so you're aware, I'm making Lundgren what I see for the assault on this compound that you can see. You're taking 2, I see. So you'll be Charlie's lead.
Like once in a while.
Roger, you mean Delta's lead?
That's the one. I'm glad you're switched on, mate, because I'm fucking 2 cans in.
Fucking hell.
Cool. Yeah. So.
What's...
So the idea, I've told Lundgren, obviously he wants to plan out ahead of what he's doing to get into this compound. So he's currently doing so. It's up to you if you want to go up to him and ask him what his plans on this are. And then obviously he can then liaise with you as to what he's actually doing.
Okay, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I'm going to go find him.
Coolio.
The Outland? Some kind of sea barrier.
Just as a heads up, guys, Delta, you're going to be led by Peach. For the time being, I'm going to see how Lundgren and him work together, assaulting the small compound that I've made.
Where's my Delta buddy?
Thank you for telling us.
Your Delta buddy?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Right next to you.
Peach.
Oh.
Peach is going. Do I move up?
No, so Peach has moved up to Lundgren to go and plan a assault on a small compound that I have made. Oh.
Communication lacking.
Are we the cannon fodder?
Well, you're currently Delta, so Delta is support. So if anything, I'm expecting Pelly to die more than you two.
I was expecting them to like make a plan where they just send in flight and they sit in the back and they watch.
Just get rid of the flappy boys.
Yeah.
What am I missing on? What's going on?
Nothing. We're talking about you, not to you.
Oh, you prick.
No, Pelly is so silly sometimes.
Cool. Yeah, feel free to move up, obviously, with new thingies, new people. So yeah, move up so you fit around Peach.
Fit around Peach?
Yeah, so Ancona would take Peach's position and Peach would take Ancona's.
Oh my god, the switcheroo.
Then what am I doing?
So I've currently got Peach and Lundgren making a plan on this small bunker complex that you have seen, and they are basically going to plan and assault that place. But it's my judgment of how Peach and Lundgren more specifically works as an IC and making sure that he's up to the task and things and teaching him should he need it. And it looks like they're all set. Hello.
Hello. Ancona, you're now point man Delta. So.
Oh my god. You want to give me my gun? Your gun? Thing?
No, I'm gonna keep it. So.
I'm just kidding.
Coolio. Right, let's see what he's doing.
Yeah, I think you need to take my spot now.
All right. Oh, anything to add?
No, I was just coming over to see how you are going and see what.
We're gonna be moving out.
Still don't know what that is.
I'll transmit me.
he's got the bug.
What?
You didn't transmit any of that.
Really?
There you go.
Fuck me.
Well, mine didn't do anything.
Can you hear this, Charlie?
Yep.
Yep.
Charlie, form an extended line on me in the middle. Delta behind us. We're gonna be moving in a half tack.
Half tack right
like
or
a
left?
T formation?
Sorry about that. Half tack right.
Hey.
Alright, let's go. Move, stay low. Right, we're gonna be moving through these reeds up to that white building complex to the southwest, and after we get there, we're gonna be attacking the bunker complex on the road. For now, stay low and
We just said no, me and Delta are protecting the open.
Shift it left a bit if you need to.
The spacing.
Oh, push.
So the idea here is to get better eyes on the compound to see how a viable assault will go, or if your plan is good. So, yeah, try and get some eyes on, and from there, then plan or replan, shall I say, if you need
right,
to.
section hold here in half tack right formation. Can you get some eyes out on that thing from here?
Wait one.
Right, section hold here, I'm gonna get eyes out.
Okay.
Vehicle approaching from the rear.
I think I had a British flag on it.
Say again last.
We have a Land Rover in the field to our rear, northeast.
Right, that's friendlies.
Roger.
Or maybe it's been commandeered.
It's Lewis.
You sure about that?
Peer pressure.
Lundy, I want to move up with you just for extra support.
Yeah, you're welcome. I've got eyes on it now.
Hi.
Alright. Seaton, don't get a little scarf from a mile away.
Yeah, so obviously I've gone through everything. I'm quite happy with all the bits of knowledge that I've obviously informed of Lundgren. This is basically a small assault that I'm doing with them just to make sure that obviously Lundgren can lead a little bit if I die. So I've given him quite a bit of basics as to how to do so, given him obviously the idea of how he wants to get into the compound, and he's doing quite well so far. So I'm quite happy. I'm just seeing how he then engages and removes said target from compound.
Delta, move up past this white house
Coolio.
and take position behind broken walls. I'll guide you to it. And Pelly, move up as well with us.
Remember, there are also alternatives that you can have, so not the entire section isn't all clumped together. So, for instance, there is a small ruined compound to your south-southeast, which you could quite nicely put Delta in. So if they run away a little bit towards the
You want us behind this wall,
and
Lundy.
then fall in on that compound, they can then do a support by fire there while you and Charlie move in.
Roger that. I have an alternative plan, but well, I'll try my plan first.
Sounds good.
Okay, Delta, move up to this, to the walls to the southwest of me.
Okay, lead off then, Kuna. Roger, crossing.
You're going to be supporting us from there. You can probably see the bunker complex from there is straight to your front, so be very careful. And Charlie is going to be moving through the defilade to our left side of the road. And we're going to be moving up as close as we can to the bunker complex. And whenever they start firing, or when I call out to start firing, you put rapid fire on the bunker complex until we move in and I tell you to shift fire, okay?
I want to see if this guy likes
That should be, just move to the broken wall to your left now. That should be good. Should have ample fire positions from there.
I'm the only gay in the mud hut.
Oh, I wish I'd something up.
The bunker is bearing 221, range 100 meters from your position.
Yeah, eyes on.
Excellent. Okay, so McCarthy, bring us out through that defilade.
Roger, I'm going to sprint across this open ground.
Yes, good idea. Do that.
Okay.
It's not me, mate. I came out of the control.
Oh, okay. Are you having a moment?
Right, Charlie, slow down.
I have for your
I went
entrance
out
here.
on the big market and I woke up with a stinker. Baron 040 behind the stone wall, we're over there.
Delta, do you have eyes on the guy in the top of the bunker?
No, not yet.
Yeah, eyes on.
That's a good thing, as long as we don't see them.
He looks like he's aiming at me.
Right, so Delta, you're going to be opening fire in a couple of seconds, and then we're going to be moving to enter at the rear of that compound.
I'm not doing it, yeah, that's the plan. I'm just noting that.
Charlie, form a line on my left.
I wish I had my gut.
Now listen to me, Kara. I'm the only gay in the compound, okay?
Delta, rapid fire, bunker complex. Charlie, move.
Delta, be advised, members of Charlie are down, I'm the only one up.
Your position is concealed. Are you still up?
Yeah, I'm still up. The rest are down. Delta, move in through proven route to support assault.
Delta is on the eastern side of the compound.
Roger that, move through and breach. Clear.
Belly is about to go unconscious.
Alright, let's back up.
Friendly's moving in.
Yeah, friendly's to the east.
Yeah. Where are we taking cover? Grenade. Grenade.
Ooh.
Right, Delta. Status report.
Clearing now. Red smoke on our position. There is
Everybody
red smoke
move out. Push out 50 yards.
Oh my god.
I'm picking up Pelly and getting out of the area. Which side did you guys push out?
South.
South, Roger.
Make sure your man carrying the injured isn't going to get killed.
Roger.
I have no eyes on the
no
contact.
eyes on contact, yeah.
Yeah, neither do I. I believe it's to the southeast. Right, 1-3 sit rep.
Did peach green.
Daytona green.
Fly green, however, Pelly is tier 1 and we're east of Lundgren. Oh, fuck, he's dead!
Final station.
Right, hold this position facing east through south to west. And I'm just gonna patch myself up.
Contact rear.
Right, form full ARD.
Don't try harder.
Yeah, there's still a guy in there.
Right, the ARD's set up. We've got eyes out everywhere.
Right, excellent. I'm just gonna patch myself up and I'll be... Oh, whoop.
Where's that fire coming from? Anyone have eyes?
On the northern side of the compound. I don't have an exact eye on him, but I saw where the shot came from.
Roger.
I believe there's a guy still in the compound. Yes, there is.
Do you want us holding this ARD or what?
Contact down.
He's down. Rest of section, move in and clear that compound and patch up.
Quite nicely.
Moving.
A couple of ums and ahs, but
right, done.
I'm quite happy with that.
I'd lead you normally, but I'm literally dying.
Cool,
yeah, just keep moving as we are.
If you want to push yourself back onto the road where the T-junction is, I shall give Zeus Hills out.
Right, push to the T-junction.
What's up? I saw. Thought it was going pretty well.
There were a lot of them in there, weren't there?
It's a crack.
Alright.
Cool. I'm quite happy with that. They kept their stealth going up on Charlie quite well, considering you got engaged by Delta and then Charlie.
What do you want us facing Underwood?
Just set up a small ADR on it.
I feel like the fucking the suppressor.
ADR, okay.
I've never heard of this ADR before. Is this new technology?
Because we were sat there looking and we didn't see anyone, then Delta just started lighting us up. And we
Form complete, ARD.
Yeah, so Charlie came in on your
at
right
the
side and did a really good fucking job on that.
The fucking flank was good if Delta was a bit later on opening up.
Delta East, Charlie West.
I think on the whole it was pretty good. It's just they just needed to fucking make sure that they cleared the whole compound. There's that little strip where that dude was, but not a single one of them set foot in. Other than that, it was good.
Yeah, well, Delta fired as soon as Lundgren gave the order to open up, so I'm quite happy with that. But yeah, there was a bit of a weird one where Lundgren ran around the outside of the compound.
So wouldn't we have an ARD?
I think he was trying to flank that last guy, but...
Vehicle audio to the source, friendly.
He did hit the last guy, but he woke back up.
Yeah,
and because they hit him and they didn't push in to kill him, it was like...
I have gathered a command unit as well, so apparently.
Oh my god, are going to evaluate us.
Already done, mate.
Oof.
Excellent.
Cool. If you all want to just quickly come in and do a quick score circle round me, I'll go through my little bits that I liked, and if command also want to do so, then yeah, they show as well.
Okay, McFly. Oh, you hear rumbling, don't worry, it's just the whole ball going down.
So, yeah, generally I was really impressed with that. Lundgren did a really good job when coming to planning that assault. I was obviously Zeus in listening to both command units and yourselves. Command units had eyes on Delta, but they hadn't, that I could hear, no eyes on Charlie, and you know, the element of surprise was exactly what I was after and exactly what I got, which I was finding very nice. Yeah, I'm generally all round happy with that entire thing. There was that one guy that was still in the compound where there was like a little kind of cubby hole for him to hide in, which nobody breached into. But yeah, that's one thing that obviously needs to be done. Just clearing out an entire compound, making sure everything is 100% empty before you leave. Or if you do leave, making sure that you get at least a fire team, maybe your assaulting fire team, to go back in there and clear it out. But that'll probably be something that Lewis will more than likely come up with at the end of that. But yeah, no, I'm very happy with that entire kind of finisher.
I'll station one, Mike.
Question.
Go for it.
What do we do in the event of red smoke? Because that's the reason we bugged out.
Yeah.
That was the AI took that red smoke. The last dude who's alive.
Okay.
He's the one who threw that red smoke.
Because normally that's indication of IDF, isn't it?
That's why I ordered the pull out to push out. Yeah.
People assume that, but it's not necessarily. Because at the end of the day, if someone's going to call IDF on you, they wouldn't really signal to you, "Hey, guess what? It's coming."
I think Peach is talking about the op a couple of weeks ago where we popped IDF, where we popped red smoke to see if that was IDF that you all would have died, or.
I'm not sure. I just seem to have picked up somewhere that red smoke equals bad. So.
Yeah, generally, obviously, if we're doing CAS and things like that and we use red smoke for it, then that would be bad to be near the red smoke.
Right, okay.
Otherwise, if it's an enemy unit that's probably going to be mortaring us or artillery in us, they're going to just do so. They're not going to go, by the way,
they
it's
won't
coming.
Let us know first.
Yeah, exactly.
If there was an enemy red smoke, then yeah. If the enemy threw that red smoke at you, then it is a good shout to try and bug out from our position, because they're probably marking you as we would mark them with red smoke. But for the most part, it wouldn't be IDF and mortars and shit. They wouldn't really call smoke. Smoke would be more for CAS.
Word to my defense.
So again, yeah.
Every time I've been in a training session and I've had red smoke dropped on me, that indicates that Zeus is they want me to move.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, that's Zeus indicating you, but if you're in campaign, that wouldn't happen. That's only because he was training.
Oh, of course, yes.
Right, okay.
It's I just figured that Zeus was unhappy with us taking too long, and I ordered to push out. That's why I ordered that.
No, that's fair. It was a fair decision. I'm not criticising you for it. I probably would have done the same. Just in future, it's good to note.
Right.
Cool. Yeah. As I said, I'm pretty happy with everything. Lewis, anything you want to go over?
No, I thought it went fucking smashing. Thought it was good.
Yeah.
Me, Spain, and Mikhail were Zeusing guys in there, and yeah, we knew where Delta was. We should see them, but we didn't have long enough of a time between staring at them and then opening up on us. It was like a good time, and then Charlie just literally fucking came out of nowhere. Yeah, the only criticism I have would be that last guy still being alive, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
But no, on the whole, cracking effort.
I have 2 points.
Go for it.
I have 3.
Okay, can I go first?
I have 1 long point.
Yeah, I don't actually have any points gone.
I have 4. Haha, beat you.
So yeah, I just like to shout out to McCarthy, because he's the one that pointed out that Defilade approach to that position. Without him, it wouldn't have gone as smoothly. And also, I did sort of slow down the initial breach, which probably could have gone a little bit better. Yeah, those are the points of learning that I'd like to take up. Yeah.
Just one thing to point on about that breach. I always find it's best when we have one grenade to go into a compound, because you hear the initial explosion and then you might start pushing in, and then the next one goes off and you might get blown up.
That second grenade was the enemy.
Oh, was it? Okay, that's understandable then. I thought 2 people threw grenades. Sweet.
A way around that, to be fair, is if more than one person's throwing a grenade in, say, look, there's going to be more than 1 grenades in. If you vocalise to the section that, look, there's 1, 2, 3, however many grenades going in, then they'll know to wait for all of those explosions.
Yeah, just as long as it's noted, I think it's a good thing. Just in case, you hear 1 grenade go off, you're like, oh, let's go, and then fucking M67 to the face.
It should be on IC's discretion if grenades are thrown anyway, so he can then go, like, say, for example, I know, Peach, Ancona, McCarthy, grenades in, or something like that, so then you know as soon as those 3 have went off, you're good. But yeah, as long as you know what's happening with it. Carry on.
Coolio. Yeah, that's pretty much me with my bits. And from platoon sounds, it looks like they're happy. Platoon leads, it sounds like it's happy there.
He's never happy, just tolerates it.
Cool. Any main questions from Lundgren or Peach, or any queries on top of?
Not from me.
Fantastic.
Nope.
Well, if Commander happy for us to do so, as it's now 2 minutes past 10, index?
If you want to index, you can. You can stay on a bit longer. I think Gibbons is on till 5:30. I need to go check on Spittle, to be honest. But yeah, if you want to index, you can.
I'm happy to do another assault or something if you want.
Ooh, yeah.
Crack on another assault, lads. You've got about half an hour before we want to wrap
I'll
up.
do it if you want to, I can set one up quickly.
Yeah, if you want to, Spain, that'd be fantastic.
Michael, you with me or Lewis?
I'm with Lewis.
I'm going to go for a piss, and then we'll go have a look at 1, 2. Okay.
Yeah,
You take
good
the
effort,
car,
lads.
can I have it?
We'll take the car.
Right, I'll
Pause
just
to break
fucking
for me
stand
as
here.
well. 30 seconds.
You've got to go drain the horse cock.
Yeah,
I'm going to hop in your
boy.
section under widget so I can talk to you while I'm setting it up.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, just repack your mags and stuff, I
Yo,
guess.
1, 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Ready to check 1, 3?
Ready to check, okay.
Lovely. Right, pop over here.
Yep. Back in a moment.
I'm going to go grab a drink and stuff.
What do you want? You just want from here just to fucking straight up assault, or do you want them to fucking stagger column the road up to it and then have
So
points break off?
I've been doing make sure I'm on whisper. I've been doing formations, manoeuvres, and fire rates with them. So anything that kind of involves that lot, I'm happy with. Originally, it was a staggered column along the road until they saw the compound. As soon as they saw the compound, obviously, then that went into manoeuvres and stuff like that. But not many manoeuvres were actually brought in, only formations. So yeah, anything quite spicy, and if it comes to it, like walls and open ground and things like that, would be very nice for us to have maneuvers to go through.
I'll give you another one, but instead of having like a walled compound, I'll have buildings in an open area.
Yeah, can do. If you feel better moving us, then I'm more than happy for that as well.
I'll definitely be moving us. I'm not sure where yet. I'll pick somewhere nice. I might do a northwest, so they'll be walking along through the forest.
Yeah, sounds good.
How confident are you with them spotting something on the road, then moving out of the way of it? You know exactly what I mean.
So
it's going to be like
McCarthy is point man, so hopefully very confident.
Rog, will do it. Yeah, just fucking do something with them. I'll try and be less than 5-10 minutes.
Cool. I'll give him like a 5-minute break or something. Let him have pee break and shit like that. Cool. Thank you. Oh fuck. Cool. So Spain is going to set something up for us to do. While he's doing so, feel free to have like a quick pee break, drink break, anything like that. 5-10 minutes kind of breather. Don't worry, Lundgren, I'll be taking the IC back from you as well, so you can do some 2 IC things. But
goodness gracious.
Under it, I've also got some equipment on standby if you need help or assistance.
You have to be a little bit more specific with equipment.
You have 8 Hellfires and I-Stars if you want.
Nah, fuck it, let's not.
Alright, it's there anyway, it's in the area.
We'll do it as a strafing run should there be anything left, but I highly doubt there'll be anything left.
No, I'm not saying to use it, I'm just saying
it's there.
In case you need it, you have it.
Just like the suitcase nuke. But yeah, I've already eaten my wagon wheel, so I might go get another one and another drink.
Okay. Yeah.
Do we have any magazines?
Yes.
Still see one draw.
I can go grab one.
Telepalotus.
I'm only carrying 5.56 box mags, which
Yeah,
aren't
who
any
wants
good for-
magazines? I'll drop a few before we go because I'm not going to need them.
I'd like a few.
Yeah, that's a good shout. Of mine as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lord Commanders.
Yes.
Benevolent gods.
I like that. Can we have that as our
That's
official
not a
title going
magazine.
forward?
Benevolent God.
In the platoon, fucking platoon
Well,
office,
that's a
Lord
pipe bomb, don't
Commanders.
take that.
Oh shit.
Okay, I'm not gonna take that. Why do you have a pipe bomb?
Yes.
Where did
That
you
looks
leave
like
it
a
there?
dildo. A very expensive dildo.
Don't worry, it's not armed.
Yeah, it's not on. It's disarmed. That's why we have it on us.
Isn't that what they said last time?
No, because
Yeah.
we were. Well, it was, yeah, but we've actually been doing EOD stuff, and that's one of the ones that we disarmed. So.
I don't like what he's doing to it though.
He's stroking it.
He's making sure it's
Oh,
healthy.
yeah.
You might actually want to go after him.
Thank you, Captain
Yeah,
America.
back away from the pipe bomb.
He's fucking the pipe.
Oh, pipe bomb. Nice.
You fucking Irishman would perk up. Lewis, what are you doing to it?
Giving it a massage.
It's taking forever, but you'll see in a minute.
But I'm actually arming it.
Don't worry, it's an RCIED, so it won't detonate unless I have a mobile phone.
Still don't trust you.
My phone's ringing.
Wait, I'll just need to take this call real quick.
One missed call from Semtex Sean.
You're supposed to get blackmail off.
Someone dropped the mag.
Semtex Sean and Sinn Féin Steve.
Oh, if you need ammo, fucking Ancona, you're more than welcome to take some off me.
Fucking Ancona.
Ah, it's the alcohol that's kicked in.
Ah, it's fine.
That is so out of place. Oh,
that's actually pretty.
That's fucking. That's devastating. Look at
Yeah,
that.
if you weren't looking for him.
Oh,
don't do that.
Fucking hell, that is. If you had that on the side of the road, we'd be fucked right now.
Yeah, exactly.
That is horrible. Don't do them. Ancona and
we were playing with Valens.
Ancona, whenever you Zeus, don't do it.
No, but I would never use this because I would have to actually
I'm
manually arm it.
I want to move.
Like take a dude and go there and fiddle with it. So it would just be time consuming for me.
When you got a little bit of time, you could quite easily do these.
Yeah, these are the ones that can be disarmed, though. That's the thing.
He's scared.
It's okay.
Also,
the
the
Apache can
normal
lock
ones
onto
can be
IEDs.
disarmed.
And it's back. Right. Anyway, we're going to leave you with this armed pipe bomb. Come in, Mikhail.
Excellent.
Yep. All you have to do is stick one or two of them next to all of the lovely stone walls before you engage someone, and then just blow them up as soon as they take up position behind them.
I don't like the fact that they've left a pipe bomb there, armed it, apparently disarmed it, and then driven away.
No, I think it's still armed, but it's radio controlled, so we might want to move.
Dickhead?
Yo.
Can't believe you just responded to that.
Same, actually.
Right.
Oh,
What's this?
go for it.
Okay, Lundy 2, yeah, no bother. You look on your map.
Yep.
Am I supposed to be here?
Yeah, you can come in.
Yeah. West northwest, grade 033189. There's a start point and an objective below it. I'm going to start you at the objective. You can choose to move however. I would suggest the road, but you are assaulting the position marked on the objective, so you can go off-road if you like. Probably up there or over here. Pirates, if you didn't guess already. About a dozen pirates in and around the buildings there. Just take them out. That's all.
Coolio.
Yeah, coolio.
Card Alpha on the compound. Card Bravo on the road.
So we're on the start point and then moving into
yeah, I'm
40.
just going to teleport you on the start point. You can move however. With what we mentioned before, if you take the road, you'll see it. If not, you won't. It's up to you.
Cool.
But yeah, it's just a fucking straight up assault. So just pure card alpha on the compound. Do what you want to it.
Lovely, sounds good.
It's not really a compound. It's just a few buildings.
Lovely. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I'll teleport you if they're all ready.
Cool. You all ready?
Yeah. All ready, sir.
Brace.
What do you mean?
Is there anyone on needing ammo before we head off? You need ammo. Take some from my bag. I've got like fucking 7 mags in my bag. I don't like the fact that you've got 2 boom booms. What 2 boom booms?
Boom boom on my back, boom boom on my chest, right?
So you're a suicide vest, are
Never mind, I thought there was grenades on my chest, right? Fuck.
This is where I realise I've actually given away all my ammo to Ancona.
No, I only took 1.
No, it's alright, you can take more. I've got fucking shit tons.
What? I'm full actually.
God, that place.
Oh yeah, baby. This is where Ryan took me for my
This is where the old RTT thing used to be.
Yeah, I remember this place.
Cool.
Are you okay?
This would be a good place to ambush someone.
Just so you're aware, we are on the top left of the island in grid reference 033189. We're going to be moving down from the start point and moving into Fotia, as I'm not going to pronounce that any better. We're moving somewhere down there and basically engaging anything. We're on card alpha, so if you see something, contact call, shoot it, and we are against pirates, so expect boomies, basically. Sneaky boomies, to be exact. Enjoy a point man.
I'll be point man.
You can swap with someone if you want.
There you go. This is my point man pistol.
Oh, God.
Nah, that's right. I'll be Delta. Yeah, it's cool. I like if I see someone explode, I can shadow play it and have it
as bot material.
Exactly.
So we end up on the 3 webpage again.
Join the 6th Airborne Division. Your legs blown off.
Get blown up by an IED.
You hear me?
Yep.
Yep, ready when you are, mate. Up to you.
Coolio.
Your plan.
Yeah.
What do I have?
Lundgren.
Irishman's off. He's eager. Slow
Down
down,
there.
Irish man.
Down here with me.
Yeah.
Right. I'm thinking if we, hopefully if McCarthy's eyes are good enough, we go down the main road. What I'm thinking is possibly bringing Delta up to here and getting a SBF up there and firing into the compound. And then Charlie either comes down and round or Charlie comes in over the top of the hill. Obviously, I don't know what these are all doing here,
Yeah.
or anything like that. So,
Are you sure the woods are higher elevation than Fokia?
Okay, we can go.
it looks like they are.
Are we going?
So depending on how
Yeah.
high you go, obviously, it's one of those where
We're probably gonna have to head down here, right?
quite possibly, yeah, you may have to be
It's the
here.
first
You may
bomb.
even have to come round and come. Oh no, because that's down.
That's a huge.
Yeah.
Why are there bullets all over the
Probably
floor?
here, right?
I don't know. From honest with you, it's all going to be winging it.
What's on the floor?
Obviously, this is a hill
Brass-
going
brass
downwards
casings.
Yes.
to the south. That's the hill going down to
Is
the south as well.
someone-
So
has
you'll have
someone
better
been,
eyes here.
repacking
But
Yeah.
obviously, you won't be able to see past this hill into these compound buildings here.
No, precis.
That's my thought. So you could push around to here and see what your eyes are like there. What I'm thinking is if obviously you just head off, keep everything local, and just see what you can get over here. I'll see if I can set Charlie
We
up
don't have
either
any
up here
valves, though.
or
IDs
move him
are
down
up there
here
now.
and push in.
OP man.
But we'll see what
Right.
happens. I'll see if I can get some eyes up
Unless
out
that-
here first.
Yes,
Right,
you can.
I'm back.
No.
And then yeah, we'll go here. So
Yeah. Local is group channel, right?
yeah. So just talking like we are now.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I have a GPS.
so
Oh,
if
you
I-
no drawing on the map,
Most of the
right?
infantry
So I'm
has
doing
If you stand
lands now.
exactly here, it looks like Spade's area is coming out of
and
the cone.
I think I might even do a
Check it out.
Charlie
Check it
one
out.
up here.
Whoa, dude, I'm mad.
There we go.
What?
Do some arrowheads as well.
Keeper and Reaper.
Did someone say Reaper?
Signal around Kona.
Got some arrowheads.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Oh.
Oh, where the
I
fuck
got my
is?
page still standard issued flag.
I absolutely
That
hate
does-
this
that-
shit.
standard
Where
issue,
is
That's
It's
standard
flight.
issue Gibbons.
SBF?
It is fly pistol.
Nah, mate, my pistol's bigger.
Whereabouts
Why
is
would
the
you need to
SBF
suppress
markers
that
and
for
stuff?
flight?
Because we have 3
pistol.
mags.
No idea.
And once you run out of those 3
Hold
mags,
on.
you don't want to be known.
What's the quick way to find the SBFs and shit on the
Pilot,
map?
high-ranking officer in
I don't
the
fucking
army,
know.
giving away sensitive information.
No, it was
to
a question for
foreigners.
them.
So you only
But
need
they're
one-
not
one
listening.
bullet for yourself.
They aren't
Yes,
now.
pretty much.
Anyone know what the quick way to find the SBFs on the map is?
It's just when you find
Type in wherever they are, man.
the marker.
Yeah, that's what I'm after.
Double click the drop down and type SU. It's support by fire.
Oh, fantastic.
See, I know
What
that's
happened to
signaler.
10:30? It's 15:15 and they're disgraceful.
Yeah, disgusting. Might be fucking 1:45 for you lot though. Could be fucking tomorrow.
Cool.
You know,
So
I'm down for that
I'm
window of
fucking
immersion.
quickly open up your maps. Let's get a rough
Absolutely,
plan
haram.
going. So as you can see, we're going to be walking down the main road until where the lines draw off. Delta's going to be moving off to the left side and getting an SBF into the town. That may need to be moved as we see, or Lundgren sees fit to give us support. Charlie, what I'm thinking about doing is moving us to the top of the hill and getting our eyes off and down towards the town, and see what happens there. Obviously, if we need to then move and reposition ourselves somewhere else, then we'll do so. But that's the rough plan for the time being.
What did I do?
Cool.
Yes, sir.
Just watch out for possible mines on the road.
Mines?
I would never.
Did some of you had a mine detector?
No.
You
Be indoors.
technically
but it
you
doesn't
do
count.
have a mine detector if you double click your
There you go. Anybody
GPS
wants it?
button. Because I've got a mine detector for 15
I think
meters.
The point man
Do
should
you want
have
me to
it.
take this?
Yeah, if
You
you're
can
point
take it
man,
if
you
you want,
take
but
it,
it
boy.
drops your pistol, and I don't know how to use it. So.
As I said, if you press your GPS twice, it'll actually give you a 15-meter
Oh,
mine
you lost
detector
your
anyway.
pistol.
Cheeky
get one.
bastard.
Press your
Mine doesn't work.
GPS.
It should work.
Gotta turn it on an ace.
Yeah, for some reason.
Um,
No, I mean, I've got this working. I know how to use this.
I'm on section. I'll be listening in if you need me on the wood.
Cool.
Spain is gay.
You'll hear it, or you'll go boom, either way.
Any teleports just for the sake of time? If anybody dies, which you probably shouldn't, I'll just drop you straight back here and you can run over.
Okay, did you just drop your pistol?
No,
Yeah,
that was
under McCarthy
McCarthy.
at the top section. It's up to him.
That counts as a
Gotcha.
secondary.
Cool,
Okay.
McCarthy. When you're ready, we'll set this up in a staggered column on the road.
Staggered column.
Cool.
Staggered column. Watch out for the foulage.
Let me know if you need me to stop, or I'll just keep running. Like, I need a shit.
You do have the squat going, which is quite funny.
I've got the, like, fast moving legs.
It's like you got the runs and you're trying to get home quickly.
The spacing.
Oh, spacing's trash.
Yeah.
That's why I've double tapped C, and I'm doing a slightly slower walk.
I think we're down to a slow jog now.
The frames down
Section
here
hold.
are quite bad.
Eyes on IED. Yeah, we'll move around that. So, ooh. Righty ho, let's go off to the left side then. Go up the hill on the rocks. That's right side.
If you don't know your left and right,
Each face right.
Be advised there may be a civilian walking towards the stand-up road. There's also an IED, so we're going to move up the rocks on the left side.
Oh, they hit the walk on it, isn't it?
Oh, fuck.
We landed behind my house. I'm quite scared.
What?
Be brave.
All I heard was landing behind my house. I don't know. Shots coming in northwest.
Contact down behind us.
Didn't even fucking see that guy. Oh, there's another mine on the other side of the road, right side. 269. Right. Where was that guy?
He was just right behind us.
Oh, in the rocks face.
He was there.
Oh, okay. Never mind then. Cool. Let's continue moving.
I think it was one of the civilians.
Keep an eye on that guy on the other side of the hill.
Right, we're on the move again. Yeah, there's a second mine, 303 on the side of the road, right side, by the little tree.
Civilian on the road crossing towards us.
Sir, please move off.
Front.
Shots left side.
Contact front. Contact down. Bearing 145.
Delta, push forward to a line. Southwest.
Right, Delta, we're going to split this off earlier, so if you go off on that left side of the mountains and head towards your SBF, Charlie's going to continue on down the road or push off up on the right side of the mountain.
Right, and Conan, do you see that line on the map to the southwest?
Yes, I see.
Yeah, move towards that.
I'm waiting for a
We're
big
going to be
dome.
moving in a column behind you.
Roger.
Probably would have said extended line would be a good idea, but fuck it. Cool. Let's continue going. Let's keep weapons raised.
Where do you want us to break off at?
We'll break off on the actual line itself.
Roger. Breaking right.
Righty ho. Right, gonna wait for you to move up
Right,
the hill.
we're at D13 Delta marker. Want us to push to the
right, moving up.
SBF.
I'm gonna
keep pushing
lower
south.
weapon. Oh, I'm gonna fucking lag as well, apparently.
Do you have eyes on the compound?
Holding.
Yeah, there is one times technical in the middle of the road, just next to the compound. That's
right. So bring us to a position where we have eyes on the compound in Kona, if that's okay with you.
Right. Moving.
And we'll form up in a line wherever that is.
Was that sorry?
That rock face front might be a good idea for us to have a look at that.
Yeah, Pelly set up on my right side. We're gonna move up in an extended line. Keep weapons raised.
I think we can form up here.
Right, form up in an SPF here. Mind your spacing.
Right,
and mind your eyes.
Mind your eyes. Right, if you feel like you're going to crest the hill, get lower. Right, I'm going to shuffle myself up a bit.
To my right.
Delta, are you at your SBF location yet?
Charlie, we have eyes on the compound from here. It's not ideal, but we can provide supporting fire.
Roger that. If you need to move yourself more south, do so. I believe Charlie are ready to move, but we do have some trees ahead of us. So, yeah, support by fire will be needed.
Right, Delta, are you in position?
Come on, peel.
Yes.
Negative, I'm building trench at the moment.
He's entrenching.
if the technical...
don't build trenches if you can't see them.
Anyway,
yep.
The technical...
But I can see them.
Yeah, fuck
Can't
it.
see them?
Take the fucker out.
I can.
Yeah.
Right, so we're gonna be in position to provide supporting fire in a couple of seconds.
Yeah, that would be a very fucking good idea. Right.
Where's the drone at?
I'm not a fan of this, really, pushing down this hill.
Range is 300 from Delta's position.
Trees on the right side.
Eyes on one guy pushing towards us. Moving out of the compound, bearing 206.
Okay, Charlie, Delta is in position to provide covering fire.
There's those trees on the right side.
Roger that. I believe Charlie's going to be moving off to the west side and be pushing into the compound from there. Be advised, you've also got a guy heading down the main road towards you, Delta.
Yeah, seen.
Right. Let's pull this back a little bit, guys, and then we'll push in.
Right,
on
whenever
the west
shooting
side.
starts, take him out.
He's gonna have a fire in position on us in a sec. Turned around.
But you also see
He's
that
going
guy
in that
that
building.
was running towards us.
He went behind a tree for me, down southeast somewhere.
That'll be our, not our priority, but that'll be one of the targets we do need
But I've
to
got
take
pretty clear line of sight down the bottom of the forest if he does start to come up.
I'm moving out north now to reposition. Underwood.
Roger that, shifting myself back now.
Probably headed west at this point.
Delta, if you're able to, start marking stuff up that you can see. Otherwise, Charlie's going to be moving around to the west side and we'll be breaching him from that west side of the compound.
There's a cliff face here, by the way.
Fantastic.
Yeah, this is a cliff face. I'm just going to hug it round and go ahead south now.
Ancona, you might want to bring yourself forward 50 meters to our position here.
Yeah, I found a more suitable position to look from.
Roger
if
that.
You or Peach want to come over here.
On my way.
Hold the thing. Andrew, you there?
I am.
Lost eyes on you.
Yeah, I'm swinging myself around on the southern side of the rock face now.
We're on the assault marker, like directly on top of it.
Roger that. I'm going to see if we can run down this right side of the hill.
Technical's pointing at Delta.
Underwood, just be advised, it's a sheer cliff.
There is not. We could quite easily get down to the sea from here. We can get down to the sea from there, by the way.
Alright.
We can get down to the sea from there, on that right side.
Is it worthwhile repositioning that much? I think this is a decent assault position.
Yeah, can do, I guess. What's down there? That looks like it's a sheer drop on the opposite, literally in front of us. We might have to reposition to Pelly, move round, and then head that way.
I can assault from here. You could probably go to the left side of Pelly. We can push from here.
Yeah, I might get Pelly giving us more suppressive fire as us two move in, because then it's a crossfire. Although, let's have a look. Oh no, there's a rock face there. We could move over to that quite nicely. Right. If we hug this rock face on the right side of us and get down to the there's a small wall, 191. We will get on there. So 191 just past these small trees. There's like a rock, small ledge there we can get onto.
They're going with you?
Yeah, come with Pelly.
You want to take point here? I don't know what you're wanting to do.
Yeah, I'll take point over here.
Caution that side.
Charlie, where are you?
Charlie just moving to the north side of this small abode. There is a small flat area that we can get eyes on into the compound from here.
Roger that. Delta has eyes out, but only eyes on one enemy. It's a gunner in a tactical.
Roger that. We're about to get eyes out on top of the compound now.
Gunner's facing us.
Hasn't seen us though.
Oh yeah, he's facing Charlie. So friendlies at bearing 285. Be aware, friendlies at 285.
I get clean shot on him if I stand up.
They can hear us.
Where do you want us directing the fire?
So when you start engaging, just engage into the compound.
Underwood contact.
Yeah, bad
to your left.
Okay, we're engaging as soon as that nade goes off.
Underwood contact to your left. Bearing
Engage.
160.
Delta, rapid fire! Delta, deliberate fire!
Contact to the metal shed.
That guy can fucking die. Right, let's push down to the buildings.
Weapon jam.
Pushing down. Push down to the buildings, Charlie. Right, you two breach into that building and I'll cross over.
Charlie, keep your suppressing fire on the your deliberate fire on the buildings to the left side of the compound.
Clear.
Be advised, Charlie's in the compound on the right side.
I'll hit by near.
Shift fire left.
I was here.
Pushing in.
1 times enemy in the metal shed.
One coming up the door.
Next to the destroyed Ural truck.
Contact down.
Yeah, keep up deliberate fire.
Be advised, I'm at what? Underwood, you good?
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good.
Be advised, I'm tier 1, but we're done.
Roger that, do what you can to patch yourself up. Delta
Enemy! Yeah, enemy's down.
I'm needing to patch myself up at the door.
Shots close.
Contact! 300 meters, bearing 261. Section, rapid fire.
Delta rapid fire.
Not seen.
Yeah, no eyes.
Right, how you guys doing?
Small compound
Yeah,
to the
tier 2.
southeast of the main compound.
Right, I need to patch my leg. As soon as I patch my leg, we can move off.
On the road.
Yeah, seen.
It'd be advised, I'm black and ammo, or med supplies as well, so I'm probably going to be nice.
Roger that, we'll keep eyes on you. Do what you can with your legs, mate, and then we'll just push out.
Magazine.
Contact down.
Good hit, good hit.
Just remember, I believe
Belly,
that building on the northwestern side is possibly an enemy as well.
Watch
There
and
was
shoot,
a guy that
watch
came
and shoot,
that come
Delta.
from there. Yep, I was right. Be advised, Delta, there's someone at the far end of the compound in this building.
He's right on the ledge.
Yeah, eyes.
Not seen from here.
Fucking gun, man.
Contact down.
Which build?
Got me.
Be advised, Charlie is down to a
outside, just outside,
walk. Wait, one.
Charlie, do you want us to move up and assault to the building with you?
Delta, if you're able to move up and do so, that would be much obliged. Charlie is down to a walk and ineffective at the moment.
Delta, move up and assault
I say ineffective,
compound.
we're not.
To the
Right, let's
west.
get eyes out on each of the windows of this place.
Extended line on me to my right.
Underwood and I'm down.
Roger that, give me a second, I'll come over to you now.
Underwood, this is a supplies problem from the op before, right?
What?
You out of meds.
Right, I've tourniqueted your arm. Charlie's currently out of meds, yeah.
So, Delta, follow me in Arrowhead, as you are now.
Oh, I'm held.
Magic! My magic
As if
tourniquets! Pelly, if you're able to get our eyes out off to the south, that would be lovely. McCarthy, keep the door as much as you can. I'll keep the back end of the building.
Are we good? Is everybody patched
We
up?
left and we
I'm
right
still in
on
pain.
this road. So
I
still
believe Pelly's probably
keep up in
still
Arrowhead.
in
You
pain.
sprint if you have to.
Keep an eye on that building to the left.
Try to take it at a slower pace. If you need to do two-man bounding
Building clear.
Lundgren, it'll be good.
Just outside.
Pelly.
Friendlies
someone
are on the
literally-
southeast side of the compound.
Be advised,
Contact here.
be advised them shots are coming from our southeast in the building before us.
Contact here. He's in the building. Yeah, Delta, clear this building if you can.
Pelly, you good to move?
Good. I'm all good.
Come on, me. We'll push around and breach this building.
Right, I'm back to a walk. I'm back to a run. I'm good.
I decided to take an Ice Peak. The west side looks clear.
Right, push in. Be advised, Charlie and Delta, we should be approaching each other momentarily.
Throw a flag in there.
Charlie, be
Friendlies.
I'm covering.
Delta, we're on your west side.
Frag out.
Right, Pelly, take the northwest, northeast side.
Pushing in.
Go on. Thank you.
Now he's dead.
It's clear.
Reloading. Go.
Nope.
Oh, friendlies!
Fucking Lundy!
Oh my god!
Jesus! Right.
Go off him, man.
Clear.
Delta, if you get over to the left side of the compound, Charlie will take the right side, we'll clear the rest of the compound and push up to that building on the northwestern side. I just fucking said all that in fucking whisper. Delta, go to the south and southwestern side. Charlie, come over to the northern side. We're going to push over towards that building on the southwest.
We can't hear you, Underwood.
Me and Lundy are pushing up to clear the building to our west.
Magazine. Northwest.
He's still up. There you go. Fucking no bush protecting you now, Bellend.
Was I shot by him? Or from behind?
No, it was him. You never went in front of me. Might have went in front of me. If it hit your head, then it was me.
Damn it. You
I'm gonna watch that back because I don't think that was me, but yeah, it could have been me.
Ah, fuck.
Sounds northwest.
He's northwest.
Behind you, McCarthy.
Oh, he's in the window, right window.
McFly and Ancona, get yourself up on this wall, give us suppressive fire. Me and Pelly are going to move around on the right side. Peach, when you're here, try and patch yourself up. If you can, roll, it's quicker. Right.
The left window.
I can move this on 0. I'm just patching up so I don't bleed out to death.
Cool, it's alright, I'm in pain anyway, so I'm just going to jab some morphine and
I think he
epi
tried to
and...
chuck a grenade out the window.
Oh, gee. I'm 7 shades of fucked, so...
Oh, shit.
Ooh, tasty.
Ah, man, take care.
Right, yeah, I'll keep it on the windows.
Take the morphine, and then epinephrine, and I'm good to go.
Right, I don't know where Ancona and...
Is there someone down there?
We've got Delta in the building now, breaching into the building, or who has breached the building. I also believe there might be something that's coming over the top of us. Whatever fucking Charlie 2-4 is.
Is everything bleeding?
Oh, those are my toys.
Is my torso and my head bleeding?
Yeah.
Still my job, bitch.
Oh, I thought it was.
Hey, remember, I own all of them.
Yeah, but you don't care about the drone.
Both of them are above us right now.
Wait, the Watchkeeper and the Reaper?
Yeah.
Underwood, are you up?
Yep.
No, that's a seagull.
Yeah, this building is cleared.
Another seagull.
The one towards the sea. I'm gonna pass out in a couple of seconds, I think.
I'll go
Where
sort
you
him.
at?
I'll let him sort him.
Thank you, I'm guessing we're done if you're here.
Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
Or you should be.
Unless they both
good.
die in that building.
The,
You are, sorry?
Oh, it's me,
Unless they
bro. I
both
have
die in that
sterilized
building
clothes.
before I can get on the zoo.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty fucked up.
Possibly.
Oh, you went for that.
Yeah, Lundgren sounds pretty fucked up.
Lucky you, I brought extra medical liquid.
McFly, are you really looking at aircraft?
Yeah. I'm in flight, it's my job.
Is Landy okay? Where is he?
I think Spain said he was going to get him.
Fucking partial burns as well. Like, good god.
Yeah, don't worry. Oh,
there you go.
I am healed.
Oh, the flashing has stopped.
Convenient.
Fuck, I forgot how good I was at being in the Emperor.
Let's repack magazines because I'm a good soldier.
Right, all you boys there?
Is
this everyone?
Yes.
I think
Are
so,
you
yeah.
sure?
Are we done?
Who's
Not forgetting someone?
No, we're all here.
Yeah, just want to check. No, that's it.
Hey, crafty boy.
Cool.
Yeah, it was just something for you to shoot, but yeah, that fucking SBF, wasn't the stealthiest fucking digging I ever saw, but hey ho.
Hey, leave me alone. I didn't want to ND.
They fucking I think you can see them from here, actually. Give me a sec.
I mean, we didn't have entrenching tools. Well, I didn't.
What are we doing?
He's showing us that he could see
so
us.
what? With a binocular you can see anything.
Right, I just want to...
Yeah, I can see the trenches
Right,
from here.
I'll prove my point while I stood up, okay? Because...
oh yeah, I can see him.
Trenching tool out, right? And then I go to dig trench. I've got my gun out. Oh, fuck, I didn't do it this time, goddammit. Alright, let me prove it again. Here we go. You ready for this? I've got my gun out a
initial
little bit
assault,
like
but
this.
somehow worked.
Didn't actually hit anything with it, but yeah.
Oh, fuck this shit, man.
I was pressing Control G to change my grenade and it somehow threw it.
Literally, every time I don't want to ND when building a trench, it fucking NDs. And now I want it to ND, it won't do it, so it's a piece
Also,
of shit.
Spain, I put so many rounds into that guy at the front door that, yeah, I don't know what happened there.
Oh, I don't know. See, I had it all set up. I'm like, oh, they're gonna fucking breach it, but I don't fucking normally Zeus. So like, as soon as someone shot, they all fucking ran out of that building there and just charged you. But yeah, that's it.
Pretty good. I enjoyed the infantry experience.
Yeah, I can see why you're all in flight. Fucking hell.
Fuck off, Spear. I killed like fucking 10 people there. You can shag yourself.
Fucking. That's what I'm about to do as soon as we all leave. See.
Cool. Yeah. Thank you to all the flight boys that turned up. Okay.
No problem.
Never mind. Yeah. Cheers for flight guys turning up for us. Otherwise, let's quickly jump into 1-3 Lundgren. Thank your guys, Pelly, for me, and then you can turn us off. Ta.
User joined my channel.
Cool. Yeah. Debrief's going to be nice and quick, really. I don't know whether there's a section, a platoon 1 Lundgren for us, but we'll soon find out. Cool. Peach.
Yeah, had fun. It was useful doing the section attacks. Obviously, it'd be more helpful if they were permanent members of the section, and we got some practice in. But other than that, good evening, had fun.
Yeah, cool.
That's all.
Fantastic. Lundgren.
Yeah, I don't have much to say about tonight. It was fun, and I enjoyed training for the, that assault of the crossroads. That went well, I think. I mean, the approach went really well, and then the actual clearing went kind of, what you gonna do? Yeah, that's about it.
Cool. Yeah, with the... Obviously, with what I did with you, Lundgren, that was just to get an idea as to how you do I see things, and obviously then I could work around that and teach you things that I feel you are a little bit needing a little bit more attention on. But otherwise, as I said, I'm fucking happy with how that entire thing went. It was a little throw together thing anyway. But again, it was well thought out. Like, I came over to tell you something, and you was like, "Yeah, I've already got a plan." And I was like, "Fair enough, I'll see how it goes." And your plan was exactly what I was saying anyway. But yeah, that worked perfectly. Yeah, the only thing that I would say, obviously, is building clearing and things like that, and compound clearing, making sure everything, and I mean physically everything, is clear. If you're not sure if 1-1's already done it, or 1-2's already done it, you go do it. You need every single angle and every single fucking rock overturned in that place, as you found with that one guy surviving, because there was a point where nobody was